Thank you. Thanks for being here. Thank you, Tilly. I got to give a shout out to my friend Kevin. Great champion of choice, but Kevin and I went to the same small college in Indiana, Wabash College, and so we have that common bond too. Thanks to my Hoosier friends I had a chance to meet just a second ago too. You know, there's nothing that fires me up more than the opportunity to talk about making sure every kid in America has an opportunity to go to a great school. And I want to share with y'all a quick story from my childhood that sort of informs the way I think through this. I was raised in a single parent family by my mother, who just retired from the Delta Faucet factory. And true story, when I was a young guy, I was about 8 years old, I went off to my first football practice. And any of you who've seen kids playing baseball, sometimes they'll play in blue jeans, right? So my mom didn't know any better. My pants didn't fit. We showed up to my first football practice, and I had my football pads in my blue jeans. And our coach is not having any sensitivity training like a lot of you here. They laughed at me. And we got myself on, got some pants that fit, and we started this first practice. And we would begin practice by doing a lap around these 3 baseball diamonds. Again, absolutely true story. You got a picture now with me, 40 kids between about 8 and 10 running a lap around these diamonds, and I was 40th out of 40 trailing the pack. And one of the kids in the front of the pack said, you know, Mrs. Messer, Luke's back there crying, he's quit. About halfway through, another kid said, you know, Mrs. Messer, Luke's gonna quit, he's back there crying. And last in the pack came me, and I was crying, and I said I was quit. But you know, my mother said no, because she didn't understand much about football pads, but she knew this, that quitters never win, or quitters never win and winners never quit.
There you go.
And you know what I always say when I tell that story is what my mother understood was a lot more than just about football. It was the fact that everybody in this country, however you find yourself here, you have an opportunity to be a part of the greatest country in the history of the world.
That's right.
And
Amen.
If you look at the second paragraph of the Declaration of Independence, which is this country's mission statement, it says that we are all endowed by our Creator with certain inalienable rights, that among these are the opportunity for life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And in modern America, if we're going to fulfill that God-given responsibility to make sure everyone has a right to succeed, everyone has to have access to a great education. That is why this is the civil rights issue of our time. You know, I had an opportunity I guess it was last year, to go to Basis Charter School in Washington, D.C. It's an amazing place, a place where these young kids are taught high-level math and science skills, incredibly bright young people. And I don't know about you, but when I get a chance to meet with young people, while I'm impressed by their answers, I'm often most impressed by their questions. That's sometimes the best indication of what kind of education kids are receiving. And when I had an opportunity to tour this amazing school, and we went through a question and answer session where they asked me a lot of questions I didn't necessarily have great answers to. But the question it came to time and time again was not about themselves, what we were going to do to protect their educational opportunity. It was about what were we doing to make sure that their friends, their neighbors, their cousins, their brothers, their sisters were going to have access to the same kind of educational opportunity. That's powerful. No child in America should have a wait list to their future. And we have all seen the heartbreaking trauma that comes with the lotteries and the fact that we have 1 million kids in America who languish on wait lists to have the best opportunity for their educational future. That's 1 million individual lives that are being held back because we're falling short as a nation. You know, everybody in this room knows this whole debate is not a debate about whether we'll really have educational choice in America, whether we'll have choice. The truth is, in America, you already have school choice if you can afford it. You can afford it, you'll send your kid to the school of your choice, often a private school, or you can just move. The only real question as a country is what are we going to do for everybody else? I would... Thank you. We all know the answer. You know, and Kevin's been at this a really long time. This is a room of people who all are working hard on these issues. But I just want to be sober and say the champions of the status quo are tireless. They will continue to fight to preserve the monopoly. They will continue to push us to think small. They will continue to say, well, you know, those goals sound great. Sure, we ought to give every kid in America a chance to go to a great school, but come on. Is that realistic? Of course it is. Of course we can. We are already here in Washington, D.C. and in states around this country, Indiana, where I'm from, very, very proud of the program we have there.
That's right.
Demonstrating that when parents have a choice, kids have a chance. Folks, we're on the right side of history. Let's keep working until we make sure every kid in America gets an opportunity to go to a great school. Thank you all very much for being here.